Hi, I'm Chef Lau, and this is Cooking at Home with New Zealand Creamery. So today, I'm gonna cook a simple chicken dish, but we're gonna make it extra special using CHE-VITAL QUICKMELT and Queensland butter. Okay, when you say roulade, in French, it means to roll, like a roulade. So we're gonna actually roll our chicken breast. So we're gonna start first by doing the stuffing. For the stuffing, we need onions, a couple of cloves of garlic, and also we're gonna use some nice fresh mushrooms. Now if you can't get fresh mushrooms, you can use canned mushrooms. For our garlic, we are using a mortar and pestle or almirez, and we will simply just pound this. This actually releases a lot of that garlic juice or that garlic flavor. See that? And here I'm using a stone almirez. I like using it because you can see it's rough, so it makes the job easier. And then we're gonna chop this onion. You wanna dice it. I'll just use half for our stuffing. The other half, I'm gonna use it for the sauce. So to dice it easy, you slice it first like this. You don't wanna slice it all the way through. You wanna leave a space here. And then you wanna slice it like this from the top, in the middle, a little bit in the bottom, and then chop it like this. See? You can see there's nice diced onions already. Or you can just chop it any way you want, it's okay, as long as it's small. You don't want to use the hard part because this is very bitter. And then for the mushrooms, you just want to slice it thin because when you roll the chicken breast, you don't want the mushroom to be so chunky because we're going to put a lot of stuff later. So you just chop the mushroom in half and then you just slice it thin together with the stem. These are really nice mushrooms. By the way, if you don't have mushrooms, you can use any ingredient you like for your stuffing. You can put olives, you can put any vegetable you like. Oh, by the way, you don't need to wash your mushrooms. To clean them in case they are dirty, you just wipe it with a moist kitchen towel or a paper towel. That's fine. So half of this we're gonna use for our stuffing, and half of it, again, I will use for the sauce. So now, let's just heat up our pan, and then we're gonna use Queensland butter. Put first the mushrooms. When cooking mushrooms, you want it really high heat because if your pan is not hot enough, what will happen is your mushrooms is just gonna be very watery and it's not gonna have that nice brown color. And you wanna brown your mushrooms not just for the color, but for the flavor. As you can see, it's already getting brown. You can put a little bit of salt at this point. Pepper. The mushrooms is browning. This is the time you can put our garlic and our onions. To make this stuffing even come alive, we will add fresh herbs. Here I'm using tarragon because tarragon goes well with chicken and this will give it a nice fresh flavor. Let's taste the mushroom stuffing. So we just turn off the heat and then we're gonna prepare our chicken roulade. Now for the chicken roulade, you will need a foil and a plastic wrap. Okay, so first of all, we need to spread this out like this. And then we have here our chicken breast. The chicken breast I'm using here is skinless. First of all, I'm gonna butterfly cut this. When you say butterfly cut, you're slicing the chicken breast in half, but not totally sliced all the way through. Make sure not to slice your hand. And you wanna keep slicing but you don't want to slice it all the way through. And this is actually making our chicken breast wider. There. So now, we place this in the first wrap, and then we're gonna put another wrap. And then what we're gonna do, usually what you use here is a meat mallet or a hammer, or since you have this, you can use this to make this even flatter. You wanna pound your chicken until it becomes quite thin, but not so thin that you will start putting holes in it. You want it just thin enough so you can easily roll it. I think this is okay. So now you want to season this with salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna transfer this to a foil. The reason why I'm using foil is I'm actually gonna bake this. And what you want to do is you want to make sort of a layer of bacon. You can use any kind of bacon you like, as long as it's not thickly cut. You want to layer this or line this up to the approximate length of your or width of your chicken, which is basically like this. So you want to put your chicken in the middle. Then we're gonna put our cooked stuffing. Now the reason why I cook the stuffing first rather than just put it raw, because chicken actually cooks really fast, especially if it's chicken breast. So I want to make sure our stuffing is cooked before I actually bake this in the oven. And of course, to make this chicken roulade extra special, I'm gonna stuff this with CHE-VITAL QUICKMELT, which I grated. Then I'm gonna get another foil here. Then I'm gonna roll this first carefully, and then I'm gonna use extra foil just to be sure. You wanna keep it nice and tight. And then another foil, roll it. And now you have to make the ends really tight, and you want to keep securing the ends until this becomes really compact. So there. Now there are many ways of cooking this. You can steam this, or you can poach this in water. While we are waiting for roulade to cook, let's make the sauce. Now for our sauce, we'll be needing again some garlic cloves and some onions. This time you don't need to make it small dice. You're just gonna slice it up thin. Again, we're using Queensland butter. And then to make this sauce really tasty, we're gonna use a little bit of this leftover bacon. Just slice it thin or dice it a bit. And then we can put together all these nice onions, garlic, and the mushrooms. Cook this for like 2 minutes. You don't want to brown the onions so much here, or the garlic. And then I'm gonna pour white wine, and the wine will give your sauce this nice acid flavor, which will balance with our Queensland butter. And you just let all the wine pretty much evaporate, and what's left is a very flavorful wine syrup, if you can say that. And then this is chicken stock. So you wanna let this simmer for like 10 minutes or until everything reduces to half. Okay, now you can see our sauce has reduced like about half. Now what you need to do is turn off the heat, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna incorporate a little bit at a time this nice butter. And you don't wanna actually cook the butter, you just wanna melt it. So you just keep swirling this, and this makes our sauce thicker, richer, yummier. See? You don't even want to stir it too much. You just want to swirl it. Okay, at this point, you want to taste your sauce. I usually season my sauce, especially if it's a reduced sauce, at the end. Because if you season it from the start and when you reduce it, sometimes it becomes really salty. So let's taste this sauce first. And at this stage, I'm gonna put our nice fresh tarragon again. I like putting fresh herbs at the end. By the time your sauce gets cooked, all the aroma, the essential oils of the herbs will be cooked out. So this sauce is done. Now, let's check if our chicken roulade is cooked. So let's transfer this to our chopping board. So you want to peel this. You want to be very careful because sometimes there's a tendency for the bacon to actually stick. Wow, look at that. All the steam is coming out. Nice. So now, you want to take this carefully out. And then you can see there's a lot of juice left. You don't want to throw that. You just put it back to the sauce. There. So now, we want to slice this very carefully so it's not gonna fall apart. First of all, I'm gonna slice it in the center. Look at that. It's cooked, but it's still juicy. So if you cook this any longer than 20 minutes, it's gonna be super dry. There. Wow. Now, let's get a plate. Let's put first our nice sauce. And then let's put this chicken roulade stuffed with CHE-VITAL QUICKMELT. Wow, look at that. Look how nice the cheese is melted. Oh, look, the cheese is oozing out. And then for our final touch, we're gonna put some sprigs of fresh tarragon. And here we are. Bacon wrapped chicken roulade using Queensland butter and CHE-VITAL QUICKMELT cheese. Wow. Again, this is Chef Lau and this is Cooking at Home with New Zealand Creamery.